Hey man, say man, y'all already know it is a Liberace, the disc jockey, the street minister. Blessing the game with this $1,000,000 smile. I got some special shit for y'all today, man. I got a true legend sitting next to me.
We in the building, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know about no legend, but we in here.
You know what I'm saying?
Square Biz. What's up?
Okay. It's Big Daddy the DJ. BD the DJ.
Yeah, we're gonna go with BD.
I mess with you all the time. It's hard for me.
Right. You said, man, I can't call no grown man Big Daddy. But just call me Virdiko. We just gonna go with Virdiko.
Virdiko,
yeah,
man.
Virdiko in the building.
Virdiko.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change my name. I'm thinking of a name, but I gotta get a good name.
Nah, man, you got Virdiko.
Yeah, DJ Virdiko.
Fuck it.
All right, DJ Virdiko.
You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Virdiko, that's your company.
Yep, that's my baby.
What I'm saying? That's your baby right there,
That's my
man.
baby,
So
man.
tell us about your child, man.
Oh man, she's 13 years old. That's my second daughter. I got a son and two daughters. My first daughter, and then my second daughter is Virdiko, which is stands for Virtual Distribution Company, Virdiko. I usually got a shirt on it with a broadcast. I'm all about branding and marketing, but anyway, man, our sole focus for the last 13 years has been to get new music from experienced new artists to professional DJs, just to get it from one place to the other in a very professional format. That's it. That's 15 years in the workings, and we're still improving, getting better every day, and satisfying customers. But we get the artists, your artists, any artist that's looking, we get your music to the DJs in a very professional manner.
Okay, so just from a number standpoint, like, you know, a lot of cats, have the music distribution site. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So on average, you know what I'm saying, if I'm an artist and I'm like, man, I'm trying to get my music out there, how many DJs am I going to potentially touch through your website?
Right. I'm gonna answer that two ways since we're just being candid.
Okay.
The first way I would answer that question is a lot more than you know. The second way is we touch thousands of DJs every day. We service thousands of DJs in over 100 countries. I was talking to a client earlier today, and he was, wanting to get specific numbers. I say, listen, here's the deal. The objective of Virdiko is to get your music to the DJ. I can't guarantee that they're gonna like your music.
Right.
If I could do that, then I would be in a different business.
Right.
But we do have mechanisms in place for you to see what DJs think about your music. So we have it fully interactive. So the artists can send the music to the DJs, and the DJs can then leave feedback, rate the record, and then actually start a relationship with the artist and the DJ. And that's the coolest part about it. Because if I'm going to Mississippi and I'm an artist and I've used Virdiko, I can know which DJs, gave me some positive vibes or, gave me some inspiration as far as my record. When I go to Mississippi, I know who to contact. Hey, what's up, DJ Asiatic Black? Hey, man, you left some positive feedback on my song. I'm coming through Jackson, Mississippi. Hey, can we do a meet and greet with some of your DJs? Can I stop through your club, buy you a drink, and build a relationship? And that's the part of the game that went away about 15 years ago when A&Rs went away, is just building a relationship in this music business. But we just try to foster those steps and get you to that point. But man, we service thousands of DJs. I can check my phone right now, but we're not about the phone tonight. I'm about getting something out of this head. But we average about 3,500 DJs now over the last 5 weeks to the site every day, and that's growing. And we can check that. I can tell you how many DJs are online, logged in, and I can tell you how many have been in the system within the last 24 running hours. So, it's sophisticated business now, bro. It's all about data and statistics and knowing, who's on your site.
That's what's up. So, like you say, you wanted to fill the void of the A&Rs. So, yeah. I remember I was riding with Hot when I was down there living in Houston. And I remember the exact moment when it hit him that he needed to start to go DJs. I was sitting in the passenger seat. So, we was riding and it was, we had my cat in the back seat. His name was Reggie Reg.
I know Reg.
Reg.
With the dreads.
Yeah, Reg with the dreads. He was basically telling how man, we need to do something different and use your platform to spread the music out. And I went down through there. So, what was that moment that you was like, you know what, I'm finna do this?
You know what? Mine goes back a little bit further because I've been DJing since 1986. I started when I was 12. Yeah, man. Well, I'm that young, man. You put me out there. I guess you can call me OG now. Nah, it's all good. It's good. Yeah, nah, it's all. Yeah, I get that all the time. But no, on the real, man. When I started, you know, we had cassette tapes. You know, I came around that era. You know what I'm saying? Cassette tapes and trying to record off the radio, and you had to hit the play and the record button. Anybody that's young, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But just trying to. I just had been a lover of music, and then started DJing, introduced to turntables in 1986, and then anyway, so progressing through that, the way that it happened was initially when you start DJing, all right, at that time, at that age, that time in the mid 80s, we didn't have no money,
right?
All right, so I'm gonna give you a little history lesson. So we didn't have any money, but you wanted to play the music, so you playing cassette tapes at parties. You would hit play,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Take the tape out. You didn't really have mixers, so you talking or whatever, doing whatever you got to do.
Right.
So anyway, you progress, you get a little money, your homeboy got a mixer, your other boy got a speaker, I'm going to bring another speaker, and that's really how DJ crews formed. That's just a little history lesson.
Okay.
Then you had to find somebody who had a car to bring you. So whoever had a van to bring all this heavy stuff, that's how DJ crews really started, all right, in the 80s. Now, if you were a DJ and you didn't have any money and you were serious about it, you could get onto a record pool.
Okay.
But you had to contact each record company individually and say, hey, I want to be on your pool. But before they let you on the pool, you had to send them all the statistics that you were a legitimate DJ, right? And probably have a cosign at that time. And this was all by mail. You weren't really calling because you didn't really have long distance in your mind. But who you calling on my phone long distance? You call New York, you know, you talking about 60 cents, 70 cents a minute. You follow me? All right. So I'm giving you a little history lesson. I'm going to get there. So anyway, once you get on this DJ list, they will send you a box of records this tall with actually wax in them. Okay? So in this box, you had to listen to all those records and give feedback on these records. And then you have to send a report into the label. And then they will send you the next box of records. That's the only way you got records, bro. That's the only way you got records. Then it went from cassette tapes to the albums, the vinyls, the 12 inches. Then it went to CDs. Then they went from mailing it in to faxing it. And at this time, we sliding into the 90s, and I'm like, man, it's got to be a better way, man, to fill out all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you got record labels changing, and you got stuff like Bad Boy coming in, you got Profile Records. So anyway, all this leads to me in my mind thinking it's got to be a better way. And one day it just hit me like, man, we got to go digital with this.
Right.
And the funny story about it, I wanted a name when I created Virdiko. Everybody was like, why you came up with that name? I wanted a name for my company that didn't exist in this world. So if you Google it, right,
it's gonna come straight to you.
It comes straight back to me. You know, so Virdiko represents everything about me. I own the name, it's trademarked around the world. Anything that you see with Virdiko is directly is mine. You feel me? And the team. So people are like, man, they don't know how to pronounce it. It's Virdiko, you know. So anyway, but it stands for virtual, VIR, distribution, DI, because we are distributing music, and then company. I spelled it with a K for Kevin, and then my daughter's name is Corinne. My son is Kevin Jr. So it's just Virdiko, and that's what it stands for. So anyway, that was the moment, you know, in the mid 2000s when you're struggling getting music, trying to get music from the Southern artists, you know, like. You know, we can't spread the music around as DJs. We're not gonna be able to help this culture out, Dip.
Right.
You feel me? So anyway, that was a long story, but I like to just give y'all a little bit of the history because people are like, how you come up with that? And I come from when I couldn't get it to now I can tell the DJs that are young and don't appreciate when we have all this music available to them.
Okay, so look, with you being a DJ from 86 to now, you know what I'm saying? The transition with every decade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which you know, even they was DJing in the late 70s too, when the hip hop really started. So with you coming from the quote unquote the golden age,
right,
the golden era, you know what I'm saying? Without being negative or bashing anybody, just how you feel about, you know what I'm saying? Every time you turn around, it's a new DJ coming from a town where it actually was. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, just we have a DJ talking now.
No, you're right. You're right.
And, you know, it be a couple people that be in their feelings about. Right. You know, you look up, it's like a new DJ every week. Every week,
brother. Every week. Technology allows everybody to be a DJ. If you get a laptop, you buy the right program. You don't even need a controller. You don't need turntables. They got these computers that'll mix for you, scratch for you, and loop and do all this other stuff. And technology allows that. And to be honest with you, I'm fine with it, bro. I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem with what you use. Nobody has ever came up to me and asked me, hey man, what are you DJing on? Right. They just want to like, man, can you get this party rocking? Can you satisfy my music entertainment needs? You know? So I wish, bro. I wish when I was in the 80s, I wish DJing had evolved to the point where I could go to school for it. I could go to an academy. Right. You know, I went all the way around, bro, but I never stopped DJing. Right. Never stopped. Out of everything that I did and everything, all of my journeys, I never stopped DJing. So I kind of ended up exactly where I was supposed to be. But can you imagine me telling my mom in 1980, Mom, I want to be a professional DJ? What? You know, that was unheard of, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like a 15-year, I'm not gonna go to college. It was gonna be what? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this school thing is not for me, man. That wouldn't have went over very well in my household. Nah. You feel me? Just with a lot of people. So, but now you got DJ universities, and now it's a big business, bro. You got academies. People got, you know, it's almost like college courses in some places. I know, you know, DJ J Clip, he got his school going. You know what I'm saying? And I know Spinderella's a big sponsor of that or spokesperson for that, and they're all over now. So, but anyway, I'm supportive of the new DJs, bro. All I ask is, and try to encourage the newer DJs, is to learn your history, man.
Okay, see, and you know what's crazy about that is like I feel you on that, but I distinctly remember when I was a young pup. You know what I'm saying? I started DJing. I'm 16. I don't got turntables. I'm using CDs. Right. That's what we got. Right. That's what I got. Right. And it's like, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that what you talking about. I'm finna rock this. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of I would like for them to understand the history, but sometimes they really just don't care. They see it as a business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just say be respectful, even if you don't care about the knowledge or who been here before you. Right. Just don't, you know, just all keep it respectful. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's true.
The only thing is, if you take that approach, if you take that mental approach where, hey man, I'm just gonna rock this part, it'll catch up with you, because, you know, for example, I think my sweet spot, as far as me DJing, is 35 to 65 age group right now. Right. You got a 30-year span. Now, I can do a 21-year-old party dip, and I know I can rock it. Right. But is that where I want to be?
That ain't where I want to be. I'm 34. I don't want to be.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. So now, if a young DJ does their history, they can rock from 12 to 22, and if they do their right history, they can go all the way up to 42 and 52, and expand their range just by, hey man, you know what you know, OG Big Daddy the DJ Virdiko, whatever, man, what was popping in the 70s? What was popping in the 80s? What was popping in the 90s? You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that, and I'm gonna drop a real dope secret a lot of people don't know. So when I started, man, I was going to Carter High School, right? I'm going through the school just making tapes, sending tapes. One of the principals used to be a band director. Right. And this 2001, he pulled me in his office. And he said, I got something for you. I got some MP3s for you. I'm like, what the fuck is the MP3? Right. He gave me 20 discs from A to Z. Wow. Anybody you can think of, I'm talking about from Ashton and Simpson all the way to Roger and Zach. Wow. You know what I'm saying? On 20 discs, it's about 400 songs on each CD. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, knowing your history, it definitely took me from just doing what I was doing locally with my partners in the neighborhood to now I got the teachers now. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got the older crowd now, so that is vital as far as like learning the history of the music. But man, just like the cats that play basketball, they ain't care about no Dr. Naismith, man. They don't want to hear about no Funk Master this and DJ Scratch Master that. Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but if you are serious about it, you know, I've turned this craft of DJing into a business, so I have to stay educated on what the kids want, because I do elementary schools, middle schools, high schools. I do corporate events for Microsoft, Denny's, you know, Carrier, air conditioners, you name it, bro, Samsung. Right. You know, so I have to be, so
even though I'm having fun and it's cool, I spend a lot of time researching, okay, what's the latest country music? I ain't got to know all country music, but I better know the top 10.
Yeah, you got to know what's hot.
I got to know what the hottest EDM records are. I got to know what the latest Afro beats record are. I got to know what these kids are. So right now I'm lucky I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she's musically inclined too. So I do a lot of research. But hey, man, I be like Rennie, like what's hot? You know, she's like, oh yeah, you gotta have that little key, and you gotta have this, and like I'm like, who? You know what I'm saying? And I'm in music distribution, bro, and I don't even know.
It done been times I done been requested a song. I don't know if it's the person or the name of the song. I can't even.
That's wild, bro.
I can't even tell. It is like, come on, man. Do I got what? You know?
Yeah, that's real, though.
And that's crazy, man. But you know, you from New Orleans.
From New Orleans, bro. Born and raised.
You know what I'm saying? So how you get down here in the great state of Texas?
Man, you know, I had another life before I went full Virdiko and full DJ, and I was a corporate American.
Oh, okay. I thought
No, ain't no pimp stories, ain't no pimp story. Nah. So anyway, you know, once I left that life, because I really wanted to pursue my dream, bro, like of this music, DJing and Virdiko. I kind of felt it in my heart, in my spirit, and I'm one of those folks where I believe this deal. I'd rather try and fail than not try and wonder what the hell would have happened.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had some stories, I'm going to get into them, of some things that happened in my life where I missed that opportunity on some big stuff. Mm-hmm. And I missed it. But anyway, that wasn't for me. The Lord said, this is where you need to be at. This is your passion. And bro, if you're doing something that's your passion, it won't even feel like work, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. And even though I would never DJ for free, I would DJ for free, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm past that point. I just love it. I practice 2 hours every day, man, just mixing and scratching and trying different stuff. And I think that's what has helped me. But just going back to your question. So anyway, I decided to retire from the corporate environment and then just go straight DJing. Kind of unheard of, but I felt it for me, bro. For me to say, I played the game the way I wanted to play it. A lot of people don't know that, but you know, I'm educated. I got my education, but I was like, man, this DJ thing is what I want to do. So now I'm fully invested. So I said, like, I do over 300 events a year, but it ain't always the hottest clubs. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like no big events. It ain't always NBA All-Star, whatever. But you know, you start doing 4 or 5 events a week. You know what I'm saying? For 50 weeks, it adds up, bro. Yeah. You know, you think about 3 or 4 elementary schools. You know, I'm working with 4 school districts. You know, and they got 4 or 5 middle schools in each district, 4 or 5 elementary schools, 4 or 5 high schools. You know, and in the areas where I am, you got to be very diverse. You know, so you have you have your Hispanic, Black, and white, and you got to know how to move between each of them. You know, and it's really on, like, when you go to those schools, it's only about 10 songs that you're gonna play, but you just gotta make sure you move it around. You know what I'm saying? And they all gonna do their little thing. So it's been an education for me, man. But it's really been helpful, really, man. My kids, like my son, now he's a freshman in college. A sophomore in college, and I got a sophomore in high school. So they've been kind of growing with me. Right. So when she was in 4th, 5th grade, what y'all listening to? Right. You know, and then he was in 9th, 10th grade, like, man, what y'all listening to? And bro, believe it or not, it's totally different, bro. Right. Just that 4-year span. And you think about somebody 25, 26, they listen to something totally different than 21, 20, 14, 15. Yeah. But I'm just fully engrossed in it, bro. And I still got to keep my research on.
One thing I like to say I admire about you, man, is your team you got around you. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, this term, a lot of people like to say, get out the mud now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to say, I do this on my own, man. I would like for you to, you know what I'm saying, tell me the importance of a good quality team that, you know what I'm saying, in order to make your business be successful. Man, let me tell you, one of the best books I ever read, man, it was Good to Great. And the whole theme of the book was... Who's the author? Oh, man, I knew you was going to ask me that. I can't think of it right now. We can Google it. Yeah, it's Good to Great. But anyway, I read this book back when I was in corporate, and the whole premise of the book was having the right people on your bus. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be right for my bus, but wrong for your bus. You know what I'm saying? And I knew what I needed at the time when I started this, and it's the same people that really rock with me today. And as I've grown, it's just putting the right people in place. You know, I get a lot of people saying, man, I can help you do this. And I'm not trying to say I don't need your help, but at the moment,
it's not a necessity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not a good fit. I don't want any redundancy because I'm a strong believer of everybody on the team got to eat. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for the first 4 years, everybody was eating, but I wasn't. You feel me? But I made sure everybody ate.
That's deep.
You know, for the first 4 years, no lie, bro. Nobody would have ever knew this, but I was in dark red, dog. Like the color the darkest red on that board, Square Biz Radio logo. But I felt it in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got Lady C on the team. Yeah, that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? She's solid. She's knowledgeable about the business. You know, DJ Dre. I respect the brother just from a, you know what I'm saying, a brother perspective. He gonna tell me when I'm wrong. Man, make your moves, make your plays. You know, I got a family member of mine, he's heavily in the business, Ike Numbers in New Orleans, and I just started building a team. So it's like a hub and a spoke, you know what I'm saying? We all are extensions, and I just told him, this is not your company, but if you can treat it like it is, I'll treat it, for you, I'll treat it like it's your company. Right. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody kind of buy in or bought into the thought process. Like, man, look, we just gonna move as if it's our company, bro. Whether it's expenses, whether it's revenue, but I told them, I'm gonna make sure y'all eat. You know, and sometimes it ain't a lot of money, bro. But you know, I do some of them mixes. I don't make money on the mixes, bro. You feel me? But the brand, you know, if you walk away from an event, I was just having this conversation before I got in here. If I walk away from an event where 800 people came and they had a great time and they all saying Virdiko is the bomb, that's better than me making $500, bro. You feel me? I could have broke even or even, you know, invested. I don't call it losing money. I call it invested 500. I planted a seed. Okay. So I just think different, bro. You feel me? Like, I understand, you know, when we do them events at Gas Monkey, we get everybody feeling good about the city and the music, you know, that ain't no money maker for me. I make money when I service your record. Right. That's just something that I have to do to build my brand and maintain it and to show y'all that I appreciate y'all. Everybody come through trying to get your hats, bags, shirts. It's like, man, that's my appreciation for making me, you know what I'm saying, get motivated to do what I do to help you as a DJ, bro. So I know I'm getting a little deep, dog. I don't want to get too deep, but you know what I'm saying. But man, look, when I tell you, bro, I'm so passionate about this. Hopefully, I exude how passionate I am about being successful. So when you talk about my team, I got a solid one. You know,
I know.
And we getting bigger, we getting better. But let me say something, go back to that losing money for the first 4 years.
Go ahead.
I invested money for the first 4 years. I didn't lose it. The 5th year we broke even, the 6th year we made money. We made money ever since. I thought I was going to be an overnight millionaire. But it took me, you know what I'm saying? It's like the 10-year overnight millionaire, bro. I probably need to write a book. Serious, bro. Like,
oh man, nah, I'm laughing because I mean I think that's all up.
Man, I was like, man, when I sent out that first blast, man, this thing gonna go to all these people. And man, my phone, man, I hit that first blast. It was 4-5 days, man. Nobody called. I said, man, something wrong, man. You know, but I didn't really realize what I was getting into, you know, to that level of it. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to do it all over again, I would do it just the same because I really got it from having 1 or 2 or 3, 4 DJs, bro. You know, now we get 50 DJs a week that register for the service. You know, all over the world. But I'm like, man, where's this country? You know, we validate every DJ that come through, and I'm like, man, where is this at? Lady, see, you ever heard of this? And I'm Googling, man, where is this shit? You feel me? Right. So, you know, I would do it all over again, man. You know, it was a lot of money, and I was like, so anyway. The story is, I spent 2 years getting Virdiko together because I want to make sure my trademarks are right. I'm coming from a corporate environment, so I'm trying to make sure my shit's straight. You know, got the name right, I got my business right, I got my taxes set up, I got my accountant, I got my printing company, man, I'm ready, bro.
Right.
Man, we had a meeting, bro, with an artist. I forget who the artist is. We sit down, bro, and I'm giving this presentation. I'm coming from a corporate environment. Yeah, you know, I'm selling them the features and benefits, and if we're gonna do this,
pie charts.
Boy, I'm ready. Dude, look me in my eye. He said, "Say, bro, what's email? What is the email?" I said, "Man, you gotta be kidding me, dog. Like, I'm thinking so far in advance of who my client base is. You know what I'm saying? Which at the time is urban rap music, because that's all I really knew." Right. You feel me? So imagine I done spent all this bread, all this time, all these resources, structuring all this.
And a whole presentation.
Whole presentation, and you pitch the idea of servicing music from an artist to a database of DJs via email. And then the person you selling it to say, man, what is email? Dude, dog, when I tell you, dog, it was like a turd in a punch bowl and a nigga had deflated my balloon, dog.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
The reality check like a motherfucker.
It was, bro, because it was like, you know what? I got a good concept, but I haven't really tied it into like my audience. You feel me? And you might have seen, I put this meme up every once in a while. It's like, it's not, like, and for a lot of businesses, if you got a business, whatever you're in, sometimes it's not a problem with your product, it's a problem with your audience. The audience that you are pursuing. You understand what I'm saying?
Shit, I got it.
You know,
I hope
so
y'all got it. I got
you know,
it.
so that's a deep point, bro. Like, and we keeping it 100, right? All right, square bid. So, for example, in the urban and the rap sector, I have the hardest time selling to artists that I'm gonna take your song and service it to thousands of DJs, right? So I'm trying to sell somebody that's trapping.
Right.
For example, okay?
Example, yeah.
You know, so this dude,
IE,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking somebody that's from the trap, they talking about they local hood experiences, ain't got nothing to do with no computer, ain't got nothing to do with no internet service. And so when I'm having this deep conversation on what I can do with your record, they ain't really understanding the importance of it. So you know what, I got to change this up a little bit. Now, when I go talk to a Johnny Gill or Ralph Tresvant, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we understand that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I just got to say, hey, man, look, you know, it's just a different approach. You know what I'm saying? We get to the same destination, but just the approach is different, bro. But I don't know. I might be trying to. I'm confusing you a little bit what I'm saying.
I'm with you on that, and that's something that not just for because we have as a DJ discussion, but just in business period, like you said, it might not be the product, but the audience who you
the audience, right?
To. And I think a lot of people don't take the time to take that into consideration,
right?
Because you put so much effort into trying to create this product,
right?
Create the presentation for the product. You forget to take a step back and look at it from a consumer standpoint.
Right. From the consumer, from the consumer database that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm targeting, you know. And at that time, I was targeting what I knew.
Right.
You know, hey, Juvenile, come sit down and talk to me. Lil Wayne, you know,
right.
And it was like, man, they don't even deal with that shit.
Okay, you know, let's switch gears a little bit.
Yeah, change up.
Let's go back home. You know what I'm saying, New Orleans, the roots.
Yeah.
You know, every time I go visit New Orleans, man, I see tap dancers, and I see what's this? The trumpet.
Yeah, second line band. Trombone.
I see a lot of that going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know you got the famous Man Fresh. You got Black and Mild, and you got all the bounce DJs. You know what I'm saying? So just how much of influence with all this music stuff going on as a kid, you seeing this on a daily, man. Like, what's that like?
Man, they finally got the recognition that they needed as far as worldwide and global as a New Orleans as a sound. For a long time, it was ignored. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of in that little cubby hole, and it wasn't really respected, but it was always influencing other markets. You know, Atlanta and, you know, Chicago, New York. New Orleans is, man, it's just known, it's that culture, it's that vibe when you go there. You know what I'm saying? That music, like, it's always a good positive vibe as far as the energy. You know, and really, look, New Orleans has its sound, and you got Baton Rouge with the jig and ratchet. Right. That's big, bro.
Right,
and then you got Zydeco, which is another genre. So you're talking about three major, and you got jazz. You know, you're talking about 4 or 5 genres of music that's coming out of one little state, bro. You know, they got more people live in Texas than the whole state of Louisiana, bro. I mean, in Dallas than the whole state of Louisiana. You feel me?
Nah, see, it ain't so.
I'm telling you. They got damn near 6-7 million people just in the DFW Metroplex. There ain't that many people in Louisiana, bro.
Damn.
When you come to think about it, you feel me? So it's so culturally rich, man, with the music and the food and everything. But I'm happy to see it. you know, one thing I really, you know, a lot of stuff that you probably wouldn't know about the history of it is, man, it is so many New Orleans bounce artists that have died, you know, gone on to rest in peace, that influenced this thing that they're not here to see it, bro. Like, I can name 20 of them right now, bro, that's got hit records, bro. Pimp Daddy, Hitman, Yella from UNLV. I can go down the list, bro, of like records that I could play now that would just turn a party out. And them brothers not really here to, you know what I'm saying, to see where it has gone, brother. You know what I'm saying? Right. Some of them forefathers of it, brother. I was there, bro. I was there. I was right there, though.
I'm gonna go and salute you 2 times, man. Cause when it's a New Orleans theme for anything you got going, they come out, bro.
They do, bro.
It done been a few times I've been in the crowd like, what the fuck is he playing? And they just out there just clapping and singing and dancing like they in church.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. It's a deep history. You talking about, man? It's going all the way back to like '91, man. Like when I was graduating, actually 1990. When it really hit, and that's when I started making money DJing. I remember because, man, I got the 2 drag rap records, and I was going back and forth. That's when when I heard it, and man, we was going to clubs underage and everything, man. They was running that Trigger Man, bro, and when they put that brown beat with it, I mean, it's so much history, bro. Like I know somebody probably working on the history of New Orleans bounce music, bro, and it go back deep, bro. I'm talking about. Man, it's but now it's thanks to a lot of people, bro. I wish a lot of the artists that are not here could see what it has come to, number one, and then I wish a lot of the artists that are still here, and even the ones that are gone, would have had their business straight.
Okay, so look now, I'm glad you said that. When you say have their business straight, now let's tap into that just a little bit of that, because even when there's music conferences going on, that part of the conferences is when it gets quiet, it gets dull, it gets boring.
Yeah, people start leaving.
But you know what I'm saying? When you say having your business straight, man, give me a synopsis of exactly what you mean by the business straight, because a lot of people say that, that's just like when people tell you when you was a kid, man, wait till you get a hold of the real world, but they never tell you what the real world is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what is having your business straight?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked me. All right. So that's really my driving force here for the last 6 months, is helping artists get their business straight. When I say business straight, is your name copyrighted? If you have do you have a logo, is that trademarked? I don't know. I don't know how many DJ dips there are out there, but you got a big enough name where you probably need to trademark and copyright your name.
Right. I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna have to do Dip Roger because it's a white boy, it's a Caucasian, however you want to call him, out there in Cali, man. DJ Dip, he got it already.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? So like you use DJ Dip, he could come back and sue you, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's another Big Daddy the DJ out there, even though he spell it wrong and he live in Alabama.
Oh man.
And then here's what's funny. There's a Big Daddy the DJ. He spell it with a Y. I spell mine with IE. I spell Daddy with IE. There's another one that's DJ Big Daddy that spell it with the IE. And now I found this out years ago, so I said, man, let me go ahead and copyright my name. So Big Daddy the DJ and my logos and everything. Okay. So that was important to me. But it's not just that. It's does an artist understand what a split sheet is? When you go into the studio.
Yeah, say, Pop, what's gonna break that down?
All right, so a split sheet. You and I go in and we record a record together.
Okay.
All right. Once we finish in this studio session, we need to get a split sheet. The split sheet means you own 50%, I own 50%, or I might only had a 20% input, so you own 80 and I own 20. Now, that is given to the publishing company. And the publishing company puts that in. Whatever publishing company, whoever the kind of leader or the owner of the record is, puts that into whoever they're registered with, BMI ASCAP. And if the song gets played or picked up by a movie or for a commercial or whatever, we get paid. That's the part right there that a lot of artists, they're not even registered with BMI ASCAP. Okay, now, it's free.
It's what?
Free, FREE. BMI.com. I suggest BMI. I like BMI. They pay quarterly. But, every time a Beyonce record plays on a radio, in an arena, wherever in a hotel lobby, she's getting paid. Now I'm gonna estimate this. I don't know if this is right. If you fact check me, I might be wrong, but I might not be close. It's safe to say Beyonce is probably making $1 million a quarter on publishing royalties.
Just off that alone.
Just off of, if you think, let's say it's 25 cents.
Okay.
She gets paid 25 cents every time her song plays on any song, all her songs, plays on a radio station around the world. Every time it plays. If it play, so what you think it play 5,000 times a day? Some song that she's on. Or just think about Drake.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Every time this.
I be getting frustrated. I changed the radio station. The other day, it was the hip hop and R&B, and then the R&B station. All three of them playing at the same damn time.
Right. So that was 75 cents right there. I'm just using that as an example.
Right.
You feel me? But so anyway, so we have artists and Dallas. It's not just New Orleans, but Dallas and all these other. They just so eager to make it, bro. It's like they don't. Nobody's told them, hey man, register for a BMI. A writer's account. Even if you're a producer, you need to have an account. As a DJ, you need to have one. If you do scratches on somebody's song and they go platinum, you're supposed to get paid. You feel me?
Oh man.
You contributed to the success of that song.
Cut the check.
Yes. I'm gonna give you a good example. A good friend of mine, Devious D, he in New Orleans right now, kind of a NOLA legend, one of the smartest people I know in the music business. You remember the DJ Jimmy song, Where They At? In the song, they had a chick that was in the studio, right? When they was doing that. You ever heard that? All right, all right, all right,
Yeah.
all right, all right,
That's
right?
That's that on beats and everything.
Okay. He owns that.
Okay.
So when Juicy J and all them use it and Drake use it, he get paid. They gotta go to him to clear, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. He own that. You understand what I'm saying? He owns the copyright and the publishing to that, and they have to clear that sample. That simple sample, bro. And I'm talking facts, bro. I'm gonna show you something when we finish here. They got somebody who used it. A song just went out, Big Ken, called Bounce Out or whatever, and Devious hit him. Hey, bro, look, if you plan on going digital retail with that, holler at me so we can get that sample cleared. He hit him on IG with it, fam. It's on my page.
Damn.
You know, so you think about it. Every time, but he had his business straight.
Okay.
And he living all, you know what I mean? I don't know how much a man making of it, but it's still, ain't nobody gonna make music and use what he used. Okay, so it's other things, okay? So, you know, as an artist, you know, when you releasing records, did you clear samples? You know, did you copyright the song? That's the biggest thing. You know, artists, they just so eager to make it and just be on, they don't know what on means. So I'd rather slow down my process. It may take me 4 or 5 months to really get my things in order before I start dumping all this music out and dropping music. And then, you know, something happens and your song takes off, because it has happened.
It happened a few times. I remember when Tuck did had what's that, the Beastie Boys?
Yeah.
That Beastie Boys sample, they ain't never get that credit.
Never got it cleared. Never got clear. So you got a cease and desist. If you think about it, like one of the another song that wasn't clear, that Young Jeezy, is it Young Jeezy? Or Yo Gotti? That fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck you. You know, he sampled that from, I can't think of her name, but that's actually a sample song. That fuck you. They sampled it and sped it up. You feel me? So they came back to sue. That's why they never proceeded with the song. And pretty much all of the, you know, I think I'm right, all of the, like the digital spin royalties, that goes back to the original young lady that sung that song.
Damn.
You know, so it's just little stuff like that, bro. That you know what I'm saying. You know, have the business together, brother. Like, are you signed? Are you not signed? Are you independent? How you plan to distribute your record? You know, everything is digital now. They got TuneCore, DistroKid. You know, you got iTunes. All this. You got to make those decisions. You got to get your bank account set up. You know what I'm saying? Just legitimate going about this in the business, or you just if not, it's just a hobby, bro. And I see so many people, bro, that just, you know, and what happened in the era of New Orleans is Niggas just trying to make it, bro. Niggas just dropping out mixtape, TT Tucker, where they at, where they at, where they at. You know, you drop that shit out. You ain't copyright it. Somebody else take it, go copyright it. That's their song.
Ain't nothing you can do.
You know, unless you gonna get some street justice off a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't gonna get you.
You know, that's gonna get you in trouble. You know,
man.
so you know. But let me say this. I saw the New Orleans bounce era. This is one thing that I don't that hurt me to my heart about DFW. I don't know if you probably could speak on it.
Talk to me.
I was there for the New Orleans evolution of New Orleans bounce music. I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it come from one or two artists and how it matriculated through this drag rap beat, which they call Trigger Man, and they added the brown beat, and then Manny Fresh rocked the beat out with another producer and made the cheeky black beat and all this shit. I saw this shit grow. I happened to move to Dallas when the boogie movement was in that infancy stage.
Okay.
And the only thing that really upset me about the DFW market, bro, was that was Dallas' signature sound at the time, and it was letting a lot of artists get some recognition.
Right.
Ricky, Bobby, Frankie, all that other stuff. Dug it, and it seemed like, I don't know if it was the city or the industry, bro, let it go instead of embracing it. You feel me? Like right now, you can't go to New Orleans without that beat, bro.
Right.
You feel me? You go there without that shit, they're gonna run your ass out of the city, bro.
Right.
It's like a staple. And I know it was, you know, it might not have been the coolest shit, but it was a Dallas sound, bro, that I saw it like, man, you know, we was DJing them Victory Tavern parties and shit.
Right,
man,
right.
you was in a Dallas mix for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
You had shit coming back to back with Young Black and everybody.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then now you might get one or two songs, man. That's DFW,
you
bro.
know what? It's a couple ways to look at that, man. I think over time it just I don't think we didn't believe in it as much as everybody else did. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
And from because it's two sides of the city like everywhere else, man. You got the section where it's MLK at, and then you got the
Right.
other side of town.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, you got a whole slew of people that's loving this boogie shit, and you got a whole slew of people like
That's not.
Man, that shit making us look soft. We dancing, but the thing that I wish at the time I had something like this to speak on it and say is, it ain't a city that had a buzz with the rap that ain't have a phase or everywhere that was putting out a bunch of dancing kind of music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got 69 Boys.
You got New Orleans.
You know what I'm saying?
You got New Orleans with
the
Jubilee, right?
And
right.
you doing their thing. Hell, even up in New York, at one point in time, they was
breaking and pop
chicken
locking.
soup and
Right.
and Harlem shaking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? California,
That's
they
right,
out there crumping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and the most craziest thing about all that, bro, we had a club 59 for this shit, Perfect Rhythm City.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know too many gangsters that can't dance down there, man. That like niggas dance in Dallas. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You can say how they want to say and get mad about how they want to, bro. Brothers dance down here, man.
Right.
I could have rugged my damn self.
You got to get a two-step on, yeah.
Man, I ain't got no two-step. I got that dip, man. I'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? And then the business was terrible.
Right.
When that time was going
Right,
on.
right.
The business was terrible. You got it seemed like every time some of these artists was reach a new height,
Right.
somebody else gonna put their hand in the pot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
It was uncharted waters. That's the best way to put it. It just seemed like a lot of people that I was, you know, just as I was checking out the scene, they weren't really embracing what they had. But I had seen it before. So it was like I was seeing it again. And I was like, all right, Dallas Boogie. Hey, man, it's cool. You got New Orleans Bounce. You got Dallas Boogie. You shouldn't be able to come to Dallas and not really rock. But now, like, I'm still playing the shit back from that. You know, it's almost like a nostalgia. You feel me?
Do you do it the right way? You can do a boogie set right now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tear club up right now.
But I'm talking about it almost, I ain't gonna say faded out, but or maybe I'm not just getting the music. Let me just be clear, man. If y'all do got good music, make sure I get it. But I'm just saying, like, man, that was like that was a golden era of DFW music from when I came here. Now I know they had the Dr. Rocks and Uches and all that, and I had to do my homework on some of them dope DJs and what they did, because if I'm gonna be here, I need to know, bro. You can't be here and not know, who the legends are. But anyway, I just felt that Dallas, bro, should have really embraced it a little different. And I understand the pros and the cons of it. It didn't look cool to the gangsters and the boogie movement. They wanted to dance and how we was gonna look funny to other people. But let me tell you, Dallas was on, bro.
Bro, and what's even more frustrating about it is other cities and artists would come into town
and capitalize on it.
Take our style, take it back to where they from, and that's why I say I don't think we believed in it as much as other places did. Because shit, man, you can tell by the way the walk, talk, dress. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. He from the city. We talking in town where the haircuts was man, that shit was beautiful.
It was real,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying? That was Dallas, boom.
And I was outside looking in, bro. And I'm like, man, this thing about to blow up. And I just think, like I say, it was uncharted waters. Now, coming from the DJ perspective, I'm gonna give a different perspective. What happened was, as this thing was taking off, right? You had a lot of DJs that was pitching and helping. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Go DJs, Definition DJs, and I think that was one of the best things that we had for the city was these two coalitions, dog. I swear to God to you, bro, that was one of the best things. I wish we could get back to that as one day.
I'm with
you know what I'm saying? Because I really think that's when that's when the music was break. All this happened together, bro. Yeah. This is one of them things. But check this out. So you got these two strong DJ organizations that's blowing this music out, blowing this up, right? You got DJs that's helping. One thing that didn't happen was, and I mentioned it earlier, I don't think everybody in the process was eating.
Nah, that's what I'm telling you.
You understand? So when it was time to come back around and your cycle was good, you had DJs saying, man, I ain't fucking with that shit, bro. Because the first time I did it, there wasn't no love shown. I couldn't even get the nigga to come do a walkthrough through my club.
Man, bro, I
tell me if I'm lying or not, bro. I'm just keeping it 1,000, man.
And I had a heated discussion last night, and there was one of the things we was talking about was, this is one thing that I know about my city that I hate to death, man, is don't get it twisted, man. I'm D-Town forever, stay down, man, but it's like everybody want to be the king of the hill. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, let's like take you for example. I need Virdiko to help me get popular. Right. I ain't got it, but you believe in me. Right. So you say, man, look, holler at me out there, everybody leave. We can work something out. Right. We work something out. Me and you both know that this is a genuine favor from you. Right. Boom. You get me going. Boom. Now, me and you here. Right. We still love. We still good. But then when I skyrocket and you catch me while I'm back in the city just for the weekend, you be like, say, bro, man, post my mix on your page. Right. Man, how many niggas say, how many followers you got now?
I know where you're going with it, bro.
How many followers you got on the Virdiko page? Right. Nah, man, I can't post that on my page, bro, because y'all ain't really, you ain't popping. Right.
It's unfortunate that happens, bro.
Right.
You know
so part of the fizzling out of the boogie movement and the support that it had was you did have a lot of frustrated DJs. But my message to all the frustrated DJs was, man, if you truly believe in what you got going, and you know what I'm saying, I understand we all want to get compensated for what we do. Right. But if that ain't the case, man, you gotta still keep it going, because who's to say that it's gonna be like that with everybody? You can't hold the rest of the people accountable for what somebody else did. You know what I'm saying? And then once again, you gotta hold yourself accountable, because real nigga handshake and business is two different things. You're right. And like I said, it was uncharted waters. So it was new for all of us. You know, we all, that was the first time, we had artists and labels come and say, say, man, we're going to take care of y'all, man. We're going to do this and do that. And, so, man, we was all just like, yeah, we was excited, because that was that was the core, bro. That was like some golden times. Now let me say this. I'm all about education, brother. And for me, that'll never happen
again. You feel me? Like now, like I just started a process to where that'll never happen again to Big Daddy the DJ.
That's man.
You know what I'm saying?
And spread that knowledge around,
you know,
man. At the next mixer, man. I'm gonna be there.
Oh no. I'm definitely spreading around. I'm working the situation now. Two situations to where like the DJs won't have that issue again.
And man, look, I'm gonna say this, man. That's the serious means from the bottom of my heart. Man, we gotta let that hurt go. That was almost 10 years ago. We gotta let that hurt go, DJs. We gotta let that go.
Yeah.
And we gotta move on. We gotta let that hurt go. But you know, because once again, like I said, we gotta be held accountable, man. I know for a fact when I remember I was down with Chief real heavy.
I remember that.
Man, so look, I bullshit you not. The true story, man. I sit down with Chief, man. We sitting in the Aston Martin, man. I'm thinking, God damn. It's nice. It feels nice.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
This leather feel different. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was a James Bond car. I didn't know you could really have this.
Yeah.
So he showing me some fly shit. I'm 22 years old. I'm like, shit, bro, we need to get a contract, bro. Me being your official DJ. And so I can make sure I come saying, man, nigga talk shit out of me. Man told me, man, he gave me the real nigga speech, and we don't need all this, and we don't need, so, like I said, man, if it ain't no black and white, it ain't no paper, man.
Right.
You put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do.
We true enough, some of, and it wasn't even the artists that wasn't fulfilling these promises. You know what I'm saying? Right. The artists were getting fucked over too.
Right.
They weren't getting they just due. So if the artist's not getting fully compensated, how the hell we gonna get something?
Right.
That's why I said we gotta just let that go and move forward.
Oh yeah. I definitely. But it's a part of the history that's a learning. It's a learning opportunity for the new artists. You know.
It's hard to get back,
man, going back to that era, like I say this a lot, and I think the DJ coalition movements was really, bro, a catalyst for so many artists. Like, I know y'all had y'all meetings and conference calls and the definition DJs, we had ours, bro. And you get 40 DJs in the room and we all checking out music and be like, all right, that's cool. And then, you got like a DJ Tuss, DJ Dre, DJ Lil E, DJ Chicken, DJ Drop. And then somebody say, man, this is working for me in my club. Well, shit, if you tell me Dip, and I know you ain't gonna just be saying shit, you be like, say, bro, this new Big Chief record banging my fucking club. You be nigga, I'm gonna be like, man, I gotta get that, dog.
Right.
And it was just like we were breaking records amongst each other. And then when the weekend came, everybody was playing Big Chief. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was just a big deal, bro. And we lost that. I think we lost that as a Metroplex. And now here's the other thing. One more thing. The Metroplex is so goddamn big, bro.
Oh man.
Like niggas be like, man, niggas in DFW don't fuck. Nigga, do you know how big DFW is? Man, nigga, bro, I get the labels every day, calling my phone. Say, bro, we want to come break into DFW, man. We want to bring this artist. I say, bro, you're not just going to come break into Dallas, dog. You need to come here for about 30 days. Get an apartment, nigga. Man, you got to go from Allen. You know what I'm saying? You got Duncanville, DeSoto, Fort Worth, Louisville, Denton, man, everywhere. I ain't even talking about the inner city yet. This is just the suburbs. You understand what I'm saying? East Dallas, West Dallas. And they're like, no, we don't understand it. I say, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Playing on Frisco all
man, they got people, bro. You can reach 5, 6, 7 million people, dog, just in this Metroplex. But everybody want it because it's a consumer-based market because there's so many people here. But everybody want it. I get that call. I say, bro, I know what you want. You got to come here and plant, man. You got to come here and plant yourself here, bro. They got 100 clubs you can go to on a Saturday, bro. When you really think about it,
right?
I ain't talking about that's just prime clubs. You can go to the hood spots. They turn the restaurants into clubs, and you got sports bars. But everybody want Dallas, bro. But nobody really want to come and invest that time in Dallas.
Right.
Anyway, I'm philosophizing, y'all. What y'all talking about, man? We good over here. We just trying to solve world hunger in this bitch. But man, look, man, you can invite me back here anytime, bro. I talk about this shit all day, bro.
Nah, man, but you know what, man? We gonna leave them with a little song where they can come back, man. We gonna leave them hanging. We gonna stop it right there, Big Daddy, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Man, look, it's love, dog. You gotta just call me, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. I would say this. And I say this with all sincerity, DJ Dip has been a supporter and a solid brother since I've known him. And it's always been 100 and very sincere. And I appreciate that. That's why when you called me, bro, I was like, man, where I need to be at, dog?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I fly out tomorrow to LA, dog. I was like, I got to go do this.
Man, I appreciate
you. feel me? And that's on some real stuff, bro. And it's all 100, bro. Like, whatever I can do to help you, I sincerely mean it from the bottom of my heart, dog. I can help you. If you want to do something with Square Biz at the next Virdiko mixer and do some live interviews or whatever, bring your stuff, man. I ain't tripping. I'm all about helping, man. And if you don't know that about me now, you don't know. I don't need nothing out of it. I just need you to be successful. So when I need that reach up, you pull your boy up.
I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just tie a rope around my waist. I ain't even gonna. Whenever you need it, just reach up, grab it, man. I got
That's
you.
what's up, bro.
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
I gotta help Square Biz Radio, dog, be successful. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, bro. This is my baby. You know what I'm saying? My baby 4.5. You know what I'm saying? About to be 5 years. Man, and it's I can just. I daydream about this shit.
You ain't saying nothing to me, man. Look, if y'all need to reach me, man, I'm on Virdiko. It's Virdiko. I don't know when it's gonna air, when it's gonna show, but I'm on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. This is my ongoing joke. I'm on eHarmony, Christian Mingles, Backpage, everything Virdiko. So if you see Virdiko, you can email me info@Virdiko. That's info@Virdiko.com. Virdiko.com is the website, and you can call us, man. And that's all I'm gonna say. If you're trying to get your music service, call us. That's it.
You gonna get you heard in countries all across the world you ain't never even heard of. I guarantee you that, Jet. Say, man, y'all already know this, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Square Biz Radio, Deep Ride, Disc Jockey. I'm out, man.
He said double salute.
Oh, man. Yeah, bro.